All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Marks After Dark. Hooah! Hello. Like and subscribe on YouTube. John Marks Media. Comment on the episode. Also, like and subscribe on 97.5 The Fanatic. Make sure you subscribe. Live on a Tuesday night. Delco Steve is in the house. Delco Steve, what's up?
What's up?
Nothing. Delco Steve is on daddy duty tonight.
Solo.
So your fiance is working nights. My fiance, where is my fiance?
Jumping the gun there.
Oh, so you guys aren't?
No.
You didn't have a shotgun wedding? Did you get married?
Nah. No.
Sorry, dude. My mind is mush.
We're still behind.
Okay, but all right. Well,
we're still going out. We're still going out of order.
Erica is working the late shift today, so you are on daddy duty with Coop. So at any moment he could explode into crying.
Yeah, if you see me running, there's
You know what's great?
There's a screech going off in my background.
Now you know how it is.
Yep. Well,
all the times it's like, well, Liz is away and I got the baby, and I do have the baby monitor with me, but I have the baby monitor. So if I have to leave, it's because Bella's up there yelling. So
thankfully, Coop does not take after your daughter and is usually a very peaceful sleeper once he's down.
Of course.
So fingers crossed, nothing goes on while we're on.
Yeah, last Tuesday, we my middle girl was throwing up at school. So as I'm leaving work, my wife's like, Lena's sick. I'm going to get her. And I'm like, oh, holy hell. She's got a stomach bug. The reason that was a concern more than normal, Bella, my little baby, my 4-year-old, was getting her tonsils out on Thursday. And you can't have you can't even have a cold or they'll cancel the surgery.
Right.
And we arranged, my wife had taken off work. We had arranged for people did a lot of arranging because she's
a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah, man. So she gets sick and it's like, oh, well, Jesus Christ. If she gets the stomach bug, we're done. And then we're going to have to reschedule for next year. And it's just a mess. So she didn't get sick. She was okay. She got her tonsils out on Thursday. It is still the day 3 to day 7 is the worst period because that's for the healing process of the surgery. It's when they're in the most pain. So it hasn't been too bad, honestly. I was expecting a little bit worse, but she's been a trooper. She's a tough little girl.
A lot of ice cream, a lot of, all the things.
A lot of whatever you want. Yep. Juice, water, Gatorade, popsicles, ice cream. They like pretzels. They like to chew on it. The doctors want them to do a lot of chewing because of the jaw, to keep the jaw strengthened or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, everything's going all right.
Good.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Yep. So that's where I'm at. Your Philadelphia Eagles, Delco Steve, another week, another controversy.
I'm so over this.
Another win, right? Another win. Yeah, man. I'm tapping out of all of the, and I can't really tap out because I do 20 hours.
You're back. You're back.
Right. But I don't have to do the WIP style of, okay, well, I have to take the asshole opinion and you get to take the other opinion and let's debate. I mean, I don't know. I still feel like that when Jalen Hurts needs to step up and play, he does it, right? He's struggling right now. He had low confidence in his last game, but I seen him do it in the Super Bowl. So it doesn't mean that if Jalen Hurts has a great passing game in the playoffs and they lose, that can happen. They're not guaranteed to go back to the Super Bowl, whether Jalen Hurts is playing great or he's not playing great. But this defense is playing like it did last year in the Super Bowl. This defense is killing it right now, and that's why I have as much confidence as I do. So
since we missed last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about this 2-game stretch with the Packers and Lions, and we said we never thought we'd lose both. But you made us pick. We thought they would have won both of them over lost both of them. But we both thought that they were probably going to split these 2 games. And for the defense to come out like that with Jalen Phillips with a new addition 2 weeks in a row, all those pressures, it's just amazing what the defense looks like when you got someone wreaking havoc like that, and what this defense can turn into when you have a player of that caliber.
Right. Yeah, it's
awesome.
It's crazy because it all kind of came together at once. They got healthy. Nolan Smith came back. The Kobe Dean came back. He looks like an all-pro the last couple of weeks. Yeah, the defense looks great. Dory Jackson, if he's your weakest link, Reed Blankenship's been laying some wood. Cooper
Wait,
DeJean
why? How did Dory Jackson learn how to play corner since last week to this week? It's like,
I've started the Dory Jackson fan club, Delco Steve, because listen, he's not a great player, but
absolutely not.
He's better than Keely Ringo and some of these other scrubs. He kind of is what he is. He was brought in case the younger guys or other guys couldn't handle the position, and they couldn't. So now he's in there, and I'm sure he's going to get beat before the end of the year. We'll probably hate him, but if that's the weakest link on your defense, that's the weakest link on your defense. You're good. This defense is good, man. I've heard people saying, and I think it's an interesting debate, could they be better than last year? Than last year's defense? That'd be tough to beat, but what you saw against Detroit on Sunday night, it's hard to say they couldn't.
I mean, I can't say there was a game last year that like there was in this 2-game stretch where they got pressure the way they were. This looked like the pass rush from the Super Bowl season where when we lost to the Chiefs, like that, like how we had set our franchise record for sacks that season. Like this team looked like that with the coverage ability that we had last year. So I could easily see it being a better defense than it was at this, or going into the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that 23 defense that got a lot of, or 22 defense that got a lot of sacks. We never really truly bought into them because of outside of that, they never did well against good quarterbacks, right?
Right.
That was always the MO.
Yeah, they gave up 30 in the Super Bowl and however many yards.
But this team is the opposite of that, because you have a defensive coordinator that you trust, and you do.
Yeah, that team had Jonathan Gannon that, went into his shell defense that just got tossed all over.
No aggression.
And Vic Fangio is the polar opposite of Jonathan Gannon.
So there are 2 different YouTube videos on there right now. Is that right? Is that what it did?
Oh boy.
Oh man, then we can't do this. I'm gonna have to go to. There's this new thing. I'm gonna have to restart the freaking show. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull it up right now. It gives you this for the program that we're using. It gives you new options, and it recommends that you do this other, instead of a portrait or instead of a landscape, you do a portrait. And so I thought that was for, let me see what it looks like right now. Let me see. Are we live right now? 8 people. Yep. What?
8. That's the time.
No, we're good. Right? There's one on YouTube right now that I'm watching. I don't know what it looks like on X. Explain more. So there's 2 different ways you can watch AJB. You're saying there's the portrait and then there's the landscape. I don't know. Anyway, there's like a new feature, and I'm like, oh, it's recommending that I do this for one of the things, and so this is what I'm going to do. Let me see what I'm live on. Yeah, it's the regular old one on Twitter. I'm not going to worry about it. Although I am worried about what this is going to look like if I try to. Anyway, all right,
use it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is this. I honestly, I still feel really good about the team. I know that there's a lot of controversy that's going around, and Jalen Hurts and Derek Gunn had he brought up Carson Wentz and a lot of other stuff, but I still feel very good about this. And you know what? Like this team better figure it out. These guys better figure it out. They have a chance to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Everybody aware of that? They have a chance to win back-to-back Super Bowls. They're, if not the best team in the NFC, they're right there. I still don't feel great if you were to play the Rams again, but you may not need to play the Rams again in the playoffs.
Are we really going to be that confident about how the Rams are looking right now? They just barely beat the Seahawks, and they had 4 interceptions.
Yeah, no doubt. No, the Eagles have a better chance than any in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I could completely agree with that. It's like, obviously, like I said to you probably about a month ago, there's 5 teams. It's the Seahawks, the Rams, the Packers, Lions, Eagles. We just beat 2 of them. We already beat the Rams. I'm not going to really look into how Jalen Hurts played the last 2 weeks and hold a pitchfork to him, because Packers defense is really good. Really good defense.
Really good defense. Agreed.
On the road in Lambeau Field, Monday night, you won the game. That's all I care about. Same. And then freaking Sunday night, that weather was insane. But I don't know about you, but I live 10 miles from the stadium. My deck stuff is like flying all over the place. So I can only imagine what it is like down there in that open.
Oh, it was awful.
In the stadium. Oh, it'd be miserable.
It was awful. And Jalen played like he had no confidence throwing the ball. That was no confidence.
He played like he had to pacify AJ Brown.
Well, they did that, but also anything. And this is what you see when you have a quarterback that already isn't confident with his arm, right? When he's confident, he can drive the ball down the field. He throws a really good deep ball, right? But we know that in the Minnesota game, he threaded the needle a couple times, and it was, wow, I haven't seen him do that in a while. That's a really nice throw. He won't even try that when he doesn't have confidence. And the wind was howling. Goff, who has a better arm than Hurts, he was off for a couple different reasons, but he was low, he was behind, he was outside. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. I'm just not. I'm not worried about him. He'll figure this out. I'm really not worried about him, man.
Until one of these games where he plays bad, if Sunday night went sideways and we got smoked, then yeah, I'd be probably more concerned than I am today. But with the defense playing the way it is, it gives you the leeway to work into these kinks that are going on right now. And obviously, if the defense isn't holding up, I have the faith that this team has the firepower to, they have 0 interest in getting into a run and gun game with anybody, obviously. Why would you want to when you have this defense? But if you were in that type of game, I have the confidence that this team can turn it on to that if they need to, if it's needed. And if that's just going to be like, oh, we're going to go YOLO mode and just wing it sort of thing. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty confident right now. As long as the W's keep stacking, I feel pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm mildly concerned about the in-house friction. I honestly, I think it's almost all performance related. Did you see the video of Devontae Smith after he caught the touchdown pass? And he came back to the bench and he said, throw the effing ball. Throw the effing ball up. And a lot of people saw it and replied on social media, oh, he's talking about Kevin Patullo. Fire Patullo. Yeah, Holmes. He wasn't talking about the offensive coordinator. He's talking about the quarterback. These guys want Jalen Hurts to put the ball in the air. And
they want to give him a shot.
As much as everybody wants to blame Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni in this offense, and I'm right there with you. They deserve criticism. So does Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts does not want to take shots. He doesn't want to throw the deep ball. He's missing guys that are open. He's on the struggle bus right now. And guess what? He did the same thing last year. The difference with this year's team is their offensive line is not healthy and they can't run the football like they did last year. That's it. But once they got to the playoffs, they couldn't rely. Did Saquon go off against the Rams and then didn't have a great game against Kansas City? Is that how it played out? Correct. I know Jalen was big against Kansas City, but they always
Saquon only had like 60 in the Super Bowl,
right? But he had a big game against the Rams, but that was also a snow game, so that was kind of
in the snow, exactly. Yeah, he busted. Well, he had 2 of his. Well, last year against the Rams, he had like 3 70-yard touchdowns or whatever crazy stat it was, and he had 2 of them in the snow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had the huge game against the Rams. That's right. He had the huge game. So I mean, I could sit here and say I'm concerned about all this stuff or whatever. Bottom line is this team has a look of winning another Super Bowl. Chris Collinsworth said it at the end of the broadcast on Sunday night. He said, I know the offense isn't looking good, but I think they'll figure it out because they have the look of a team that can win back-to-back. They do. The offense doesn't look like that right now, but you didn't go to the game. You were watching the game Sunday night?
Correct.
I thought Collinsworth was really, really good. he was the one saying, you got to involve Jalen Hurts' legs more in the game plan. What are they doing? And I don't know if they were listening to the broadcast, but you saw Hurts start running a little bit more. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe they're almost so slow playing it because they don't want to get him killed before the end of the year. Last thing you need is him getting injured because he's running around too much. But they need to start incorporating that. He has not been a dual threat this year. And it takes away from the running game. I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I remember DeAndre Swift was having a really good year, his year with the Eagles. He was having a really good year. And then Jalen got injured and wasn't playing, and Swift looked like a different back. And it was because there wasn't the threat of Jalen Hurts keeping the ball and running. They could just key on Swift. They didn't have to worry about the zone read, the read option. And they don't do that anymore. They don't do the zone read. They don't do the read option. There's no threat of Jalen keeping it and running. They got to get back to that a little bit in some of these games, man.
Yeah, and like you said, with like the offensive line being beat up, it's just like I like a lot of the double or the extra offensive linemen that they've been doing. I feel like that wrinkle is like awesome for it if you were still doing all the other things. It's like, yeah, cool, you added this new wrinkle and it worked for a game or two, but now that everyone knows that you're back to your I formation or
need something different. Yeah.
You need to have the change up. So the RPO gives you the opportunity to run the ball out of the shotgun, whereas before they were running out of shotgun and not running out of I, and now they're passing out of I. It's
very like predictable.
If you go back, get the RPO going, and you have the I formation where you can pass and run out of that, and now you're back to passing and running out of the shotgun, you have 4 options that you're, rolling through on any given play, and it's a bunch of different looks. It's like, how many times do you, like, obviously you watch Red Zone on Sundays, where it's like they talk about like, oh, they're running the same play over, like, or the same type of motions to just like set this up. It's like, I feel like this offense doesn't have the setup play. And that's what they're lacking.
They take all the plays, they put them in a hat, and then they're just taking the plays out. There's no real rhyme or reason for a lot of them, right?
And if I see another surrender Hurts 3rd and 11 run,
a coward draw.
Yeah, if it's just a freaking handoff to freaking Saquon that's going to get smoked 3 yards in the backfield on 3rd and 15, I'm going to lose it.
Tank Bigsby's looked good with his
Tank's been great.
Use him a little bit more.
So
I actually
Saquon. Well, and also
Saquon didn't have a bad game. He had a good game.
He didn't have a bad game. But I'm saying, like, going from last year to this year, he had 400 touches last year. Might be a little step slower this year. And Tank Bigsby gives you a little bit of juice.
He gives you juice, man. And you can tell a lot of his runs. They're not expecting it. There's nobody near him. He had one run that was to the right side that he had a lot of room to run.
It was 1st and 18. Yep. He got it. Or 17 and he got 18.
Yeah, it was a good play. So baby steps, man. I feel like that they took a couple steps forward before the bye, and everybody's like, oh, after the bye, they're going to kill it. Nope. But they're still winning games. I mean, think about this. We were, at least I said, I was ready to surrender one of these 2 games, the Green Bay and the Lions. Right. I looked at the 5 games and I said, all right, if they go 3-2 in these games, they're going to win 12 games. At least 12 games. If they go 3-2, it's a really rough stretch. They went to Green Bay and they won, and they beat the Lions at home. Unless you're looking at the details of the offense and like they were both close games, they still won the games. They're still beating good teams. And now you have
with mental mistakes. They had plenty of mental mistakes too in both of those games. They tried to hand over both games with the 4th down decisions.
Oh, God. Sirianni's a knucklehead.
Some of those decisions. It's like, and you won both of them.
Yep. You won both games. Cowboys, I don't love the Cowboys game on Sunday.
Tickets to the moon.
Yeah, maybe the Eagles offense isn't ready because here's something that happened with the Cowboys defense. They've added a couple people and some guys have gotten healthy. That defense is much better than it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. At least against a terrible Raiders team.
I'm definitely not going to say that the Dallas defense is back by any means after doing what they did to the Raiders last night. But this is the game that sets up bad for the Eagles where, you should be able to dominate this defense. And if they don't, then...
Who have they dominated? Who have the Eagles dominated?
Well, that's not the point. It's who's dominated the Cowboys. So a lot of bad teams have dominated the Cowboys.
Well, Jacoby Brissett, they blew him out on national TV. Yeah, that was terrible.
I mean, I know they tied the game, but freaking Packers hung 40 on them.
Yeah, they sure did.
Like easy 40.
Yeah. Well, I just the Cowboys offense looks pretty good. Pickens looks great. CeeDee Lamb's back, even though they both got benched.
That was thank God it worked out the way it did. For me personally, fantasy and betting wise, but that was going to send me if they were sitting on the bench for another drive.
Yeah, you can't be late for stuff. I respect Schottenheimer for doing that. So,
well, I have no problem with them doing it. I just have a problem with it being like, game started, they're on the sideline. Like, how about a report before the game being, oh, Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are going to miss the first drive of the game? I would have been fine. And would have been completely fine with it. Just needed to know in advance.
Yeah. Vince says the Cowboys stink.
They do stink.
Probably, but I mean, remember what the offense did to this defense? And that was a long time ago in the first game where they were going, that was a hell of a first half between the Eagles and the Cowboys, that first game. Well, you were down there.
Yeah, and I had the over and lost.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, if the weather delay doesn't happen, you probably do go over. But after that weather delay, everybody was asleep.
In the second half.
Yeah, that was bad. Tush push not working, as Tim points out. Yeah, it's not. It feels like it's done.
Well, did you see the Ravens yesterday or Sunday?
Mark Andrews?
Yeah. Why haven't we done something like that? We've had, in 4 years now of running 2 fakes off of it?
Yeah, they ran that one game. They had the fake tush push. And they don't do it anymore.
It's think about all the things you could do off of that if you got everyone clogged into the middle. I don't know. That's
crazy.
I don't get paid to be a coach, but I don't know. It seems pretty obvious to me.
You would think. You got a comment here that Spike took a shot saying prior regimes may have let you characters talk for 3 minutes, but I have debates. He said to OG Wade today. I don't know. Whatever. We don't get it's the interaction in the phone calls. It's not the same at the Fanatic because they're like, I'm trying to get engagement on the phones, but mornings and Bill and Ricky in the afternoons, they do more text line and stuff like that. But yeah, it's I guess you still have I guess Spike is the anti Jalen Hurts guy. Is that what it is? You can't win like this. Jalen can't play like this. You can't win like this. Oh yes, you can. You can win like that. 215. Is that what's going on? I get it. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Jalen Hurts. I just I'm thankfully I don't have that shackle on me because Jalen Hurts can play like this and they still win. And they could go to the Super Bowl and he can outplay Pat Mahomes. It's the weirdest thing ever. He can look like the least confident, worst quarterback in regular season games, and then like that, he outplays Pat Mahomes in a Super Bowl. I don't get it.
And then it's crazy. Like people get all worked up about that. It's like, but playoffs, like people perform in the playoffs like year after year after year. Like Kirk Cousins always have great playoff stats, but they always lose. Joe Burrow has worse stats, but he seems to always win in the playoffs. Like these guys seem to just like get going at the right time. And I was thinking this earlier. The Eagles, I don't know if this is like kind of how the Pats felt or Patriots fans felt like years ago, or the Chiefs fans felt years like the last few years. But like I have a confidence that we're gonna win these games. Like I just think it's just like I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out at the end. They'll be in the lead at the end, and then they'll do something stupid to make me think they're gonna lose, and then they still win. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the game where, the Giants game, they were just getting their ass kicked and everybody knew it.
That was a Thursday night.
They were not ready for that game, and that was the once in a lifetime or once in a season game for the Giants.
Right.
But Vikings and
Dart has some juice.
Dart's good. He is. And they've won a lot of close games. Cowboys was a close game. Chiefs, Rams, you need back-to-back blocked field goals to win that game. The Bucks lost to the Broncos, and really they gave that game away in the fourth quarter.
Should have beat the Broncos.
Giants, they got their behinds handed to them. Yeah, like I know everybody wants them to win by double digits every week. It's tough to do, and their offense isn't good enough to do that right now. It's just not. At the Cowboys, that Friday afternoon game, the Amazon Prime Video game
for first
on Black
place.
Friday. And the Bears are, even though they have a negative point differential, the Bears have 8 wins, don't they?
They're 8 or no, they're 7 or they have 8 or 7.
3. They're 7-3. They're 7-3. Yep.
7-3. Yeah, they're 7-3 with a negative point differential.
Good coach. Ben Johnson's a good coach.
I think he's great.
Yeah, he's a good coach. But next year they could be 7-10 because they're winning a lot of close games here.
Oh, it's the same thing as like the Chiefs are doing now. Like all the 1-score games they won last year now 0-5.
They're not winning this year. Yeah, Chiefs. If you look at the Chiefs' schedule, they're still going to win 10 or 11 games, unless they totally tank. They don't have a difficult schedule coming down the stretch. The Chargers are all banged up, so that game on Monday night doesn't look as difficult. Still tough. And then you're home against the Raiders, Commanders, at the Bills, home against the Commanders. So right now, what do they have? 8 wins. So let's be conservative and say they win 2 of their next 3 instead of 3. So that's 10 wins, 11 Raiders, 12. Their minimum win in 12, probably 13, if they need that last game. Yeah, which they probably will. I don't know if the Commanders try to bring back Daniels. Maybe
I can't see why they would. Well, it doesn't make sense. It's and if you're in the AFC, maybe, but the NFC is just so freaking stacked. Like perfect example, like the Bears 7-3. You didn't expect them to be 7-3 at this point in the year 10 weeks ago, and then like right now the Lions are team looking out. Or looking into the playoffs.
They don't make the playoffs if it ends today. Green Bay, by virtue of that tie, actually does. So Eagles would have the bye if the season ended today. The Rams, Bears, Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, and Niners. So here are the teams I'm most worried about. Rams, for sure. Niners, a little bit.
Their defense is so bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to come through Philadelphia, but the Niners had that weird mojo over the Eagles. I don't like that. The Bucks played the Eagles tough as well, but it feels like they've been really banged up too, and they've lost a couple of games. Seahawks, I don't know. I think the Packers could potentially win on the road. They're a good team, good defense. Jordan Love has not had a good season. I'm not a big Jordan Love guy, but outside of that, yeah, Detroit. I still think Detroit makes the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't see how they miss.
And the Panthers may be the worst 6-5 team I've ever seen in my life
until they come back and win the division.
And yeah, they could. Denver and the Patriots 9-2. The Colts 8-2. Top of the AFC. So
never would have had that. Never would have had that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird year. Think about it. Who are the teams you thought were going to be there in the AFC? Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. And all 3 of those teams or not all 3. No, 2 of them are out of the playoffs right now.
And Ravens are going to be tied for the division lead after they win this weekend.
Yeah, they're 5-5. A lot of people expected it. Steelers 6-4, but I still think the Steelers end up winning 10 games and making the playoffs. Steelers are at the Bears, home against the Bills, at the Ravens, Dolphins at the Lions, at the Browns, home against the Ravens. That last game of the season's probably for the division.
Unless Joey B's back and, bringing the Bengals back.
Oh, love the Bengals. No, that's not going to happen. He had a horrible game.
Probably.
Naturally, I needed a quarterback, and he was easily the best option for fantasy.
Well, no, I said Joey B. Burrow B.
Coming back. I thought you were about Joe Flacco.
Yes, well, he did have a terrible game.
Yeah, but the Bengals are cooked. They're 3-7.
Probably, but Joe Burrow might make it interesting.
Well, no, they have the Browns the second to last game of the season. They already played the Bengals twice. The Steelers.
They got 2 games against the Ravens.
Yep. Oh yeah, like the last game of the season is going to determine the division. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good division. So a weird Delco Steve, a weird NFL season, a good NFL season, but a weird.
This has been a fun NFL season. I've enjoyed it. Like not take my team out of it perspective, just watching, have a lot of decent red zone days. I feel like it's been a good season.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, even last night I watched the Monday night game to the end. I'm sure you were asleep by then.
No, I don't fall asleep for football, man. Football's on. I'm watching.
Did you?
Of course.
Okay.
I had crushed last night. It was awesome.
I liked the Cowboys last night. Did you? I had no idea you could do an onside punt. Did you see that at the end of the game?
Yeah.
What is that?
So I've seen it before with after a safety, but not with the new rules. The new rules make it screwy.
So this is a new thing, or it's something you've always been able to do? Because
we've always been able to do it after a safety for the onside punt, but with the new rules, you can't it's got to land in a certain area.
Yeah, it can't go. I forget what the yard line was.
I think he said the 40. I think they said the 45.
Yeah.
So you have a 25-yard range to. I don't know what you think you're gonna do. Right. I've been asking this. I feel like I saw a couple more onside kicks this week than usual. Why hasn't a team just tried to line drive it at a player on the front line yet?
Wing it at him and it bounces off of him.
Just crush it at him as hard as you can, and if he doesn't get out of the way, it's going to hit him and it's a live ball.
Yeah, I mean, you got to try something. Although, what was the game?
Because they have no shot.
No, but didn't the Bengals give up an onside kick and they lost the game? There was a game recently where the onside kick actually worked, and
was it last week against
last week or a week ago
or 2 weeks ago against the Jets?
Might have been it. Yeah, because that's the only onside kick I've seen work in 2 years.
It's
so like 5%
boring now. I just don't understand why they can't just do the old rules with the onsides.
Because they say that it's a health problem, that guys are getting injured because you line everybody up on one side and then.
I'm not saying keep the players separated, however, but do the 10 yards instead of
right.
Or however it
is,
you know what I mean.
But it is 10 yards.
What did they change? What did they change that made it utterly impossible? The guys are on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, everybody. You can't overload on one side.
No. So the guys start on the line of scrimmage where the ball is kicked. They used to be able to start 5 yards back and run up
and get
the running
start.
Just give them 5 yards. It's 5 yards. Who cares?
Well, it's a 4.7 recovery rate.
That's nowhere near high.
Well, because you know what they want? They want to be able to do a 4th and 15 onside kick. Instead of onside kick, you have a 4th and 15, which I hate the idea. I hate it. No.
It just seems corny.
Well, it's fluky. If
onside, you can't say fluky because onside's kick is the definition of fluky.
No, I know, but at least it's 5%. So if you've earned leading in the game to where a team needs an onside kick to get the ball, otherwise the game's over, then you've earned that win. And that you would need it more or less a 4 or 5% chance. So that's what it should be. You do a 4th and 15, there's a real chance to get a first down. The penalty, defensive holding, anything. I didn't even
think about it in that aspect.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass. Yeah, and then now they get the ball.
Unless it's Kevin Patula running it. It's like, oh, here's a draw play.
You're like, hey, you're supposed to try to get the 4th and 15. Oh, I forgot.
I just thought I heard 15 had to get a first down, so called in the draw play.
Yeah, we're not going to throw it. Are you kidding me? You can throw an interception. No, it's 4th down.
That was so obvious. They thought we were going to throw it, so we ran it.
That's crazy. All right, what else you got? We got to keep it because Delco Steve has he's got daddy duties, so we got to keep it to about a half hour today, which is what we're going to do. Prediction for the Cowboys game:
tight. 28-27.
Ooh, so you're taking the Cowboys plus 3.5.
I'm not taking the Cowboys, but hypothetically speaking, that's where I would put my money.
Probably. Yeah, you're not gonna bet it, but
correct.
Yeah, neither am I. I wouldn't bet Cowboys, but
28-27. That's a screwy score, but I can see it being like we're up 28. Or no, I'm going to change it. 28-26. We're up 28-20. Dallas scores a touchdown late. goes for 2 to tie, and they don't get it.
Ooh, that'd be something.
Yeah, that's how.
I
28-26.
My initial after watching the Monday night game, my initial reaction was, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. Sometimes division games are difficult, right? Even though you look at the Cowboys, you're like, oh, well, they're trash. They're not going to beat them. They didn't look trash in the first half against the Eagles, and that was without Jalen Carter. I get it. That was a much different time. This defense is dominant. I'm really excited to see the defense again. I can't wait. I'm not necessarily excited to see the offense, but I'm excited to see the defense come out against Dak, good wide receivers, etc.
This is the rare game where it's good defense. Like the strengths of each team are matching up in this game. Our strength is defense. Their strength is our offense. Let's go toe to toe. See who's got the better unit.
The Eagles they're deep too, man. Ojimo every week.
I love Ojimo.
Oh man,
I love him.
All right, is he better than Milton Williams was last year to this point in the season? You could say similar.
It's
every
definitely
week
similar.
He's making plays, man.
So I think Milton Williams had a better overall career up until this point, because I think Ojimo's like literally a season behind Milton.
Yes.
So I think Milton Williams had a better career up to this point, but Ojimo in seasons past has always flashed.
He did at the end of last year.
And Williams just had more of a consistent role, I feel like, the first few years, where Ojimo flashed, and now he's got a consistent role, and he's really running with it.
He's got 4 sacks this year.
Dude, he's a beast.
Every game he seems to be doing something in the backfield. And this is the other thing, and then we'll wrap it up after this. A lot of times, and I'm probably guilty of this, I look at a box score, I'm looking for how many sacks. And that is an indicator of how well the defense or the defensive line played, right? This team doesn't necessarily get the sacks, but they're constantly putting the quarterback under pressure. And a lot of that is the interior pass rush. Getting up, like Goff was uncomfortable the entire night. He was not stepping into throws because he had Carter, and they were batting passes down.
That was awesome.
All night long.
So much fun.
What a great game. What a great defensive game that was.
So, and what was your take on the Packers-Eagles game? Did you think that was a good game, bad? Just from a football perspective.
I thought the first half that was scoreless, I totally agreed with Joe Buck. I thought it was a great first half of football. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So this is like the football game that pre-betting, pre-fantasy football Steve loved. We're just going to
It's a pitcher's duel.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So I'm sitting there watching the game going all right, this is awesome, but I'm getting smoked in everything right now.
Yeah, it's not helping your fantasy team.
The Lions game was a little bit better. I did lose because I needed 2.2 points out of Devontae Smith and did not get it. But besides that, it was good. It really hurt with Pickens sitting on my bench last night, but what can you do?
Delco Steve.
Yeah. Well, I got a Buka, JSN, Smitty, and I only played.
You're too deep.
Too deep. I never picked the right 3.
That's it. Right now, I with my team, I have too many options at running back, and I'm going to pick the wrong one pretty much every week.
I think I've gotten it right
not consistent at all. Yep.
Yeah. And of course I had in that league, I had Marvin Harrison Jr. at 1.2. So whatever 3 I picked, the 2 on the bench automatically outscored the rest. It was ridiculous.
All right. Well, Delco Steve, you enjoy the rest of your evening, man. Let's get the feeding the ducks on. There it is. All right. Remember, you're watching this. This is After Hours with Marks. That's Delco Steve. Like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff right there. We do this every week. You can check it out live on Tuesday night, or it appears on the 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube page on Wednesday. So check it out. What does your hair look like right now, Delco Steve? You look unkempt. Oh my God. When was the last haircut?
5
weeks.
Right after Coop was born?
Seriously?
I think so.
How old is he now? 3 months?
He'll be 5 months.
5 months?
On the 26th. What's today's date? I don't even know today's date. Today's 18th?
Today's November 18th.
Yeah. So 8 days will be 5 months.
Wow. I'm getting my haircut Thursday because I'm woofing a little bit. Go get your haircut, damn it.
Nah, we're going for the locks, baby.
All right, get the locks. All right, everybody, have a good one. See ya.
Peace.